with Crowley House Flower Farm.
And I'm Jason.
Yeah, he's my sidekick. Always there. Always helping me. Anyways, we are excited that you're with us again today, and we are going to talk a little bit about our crazy week here on the farm.
Yes,
it started with us deciding to clean the studio up, and it's been probably 3 years since I've really purged and tossed and gone through things. We live on a gravel road, so there's dust everywhere that's accumulated, and when we first started, we just kind of well, we think this will work. And you know how it is with any venture project. You kind of find as it goes that it's not exactly the way it should be laid out or that kind of thing. So it's evolved over the years. So we started with that project. We're still not done getting it all set up and ready for the summer. And we have a little bit of more remodeling to do, as you saw in our last or couple previous videos, that we were revamping the cooler. And then the next thing, we had a couple events on this weekend that we did. One was an install for a baby shower on an outdoor mantelpiece. And I have Emma and Riley both out there doing that. I kind of pulled some things together, cut for it. We pulled a pallet. Not all the flowers came from our farm. Some of them we bought in all American grown, but we bought them in from the wholesale market. And then we had another event that we put together that was not a huge event, but it was still one that, I was helping design, and it took time. Yeah, it took a lot of time. So when I'm off the farm like this, things get behind, like laundry. And just,
I did laundry.
Yeah, so Jason kind of has to hold
I did laundry and cooked dinners. I mean, you cooked dinners too, but...
Yeah, but I was gone a lot, and you were just And we have... The other thing we have is... Valentine's Day is coming up, and so we've partnered with a lot of the wineries that are just right around us. We've got a couple other...
You had a winery come do a photo shoot with their...
Yeah, we had a winery come to do a photo shoot here on the farm, and... So you just kind of have to tidy up and make it look good, and the studio's half a mess, so we moved a few things around, that kind of thing. We made it work, and it looked beautiful, and as photography or anything like that, you can cut out certain things to make it look better than it actually is. So I'm just getting ready and taking orders on the phone. I'm still talking to a lot of brides on the phone, doing Zoom meetings, we're doing some event design work for multiple sclerosis. I think I can say that right. We're doing a dinner for them later in the year at a winery. It's an outdoor event, so we're helping with that. And it's just planning the year. It's just been crazy this week.
Yeah.
Yesterday we had
was pretty
it was traumatic for the whole family.
Stressful to say the least. But we got through it, and
yeah, we did.
But nobody died, so well, I guess I shouldn't say that.
Okay, so we got the call that the butcher was ready to take our pigs, and we kind of knew this, and Jay and I had
we had a schedule.
Yeah,
but
we
he
had it
called
scheduled.
me in the morning, because you on your way, and we're like, well, I'm loading them up. So this year things are just super wet, super muddy, and where our back field is probably a couple 100 feet from any gravel at all for us to be able to drive back there and get the pigs. So we had to come up with a way to channel them through the trailer, and hopefully they don't get out. Well, we have these pallets that my brother-in-law brought me. They're 8 feet long by 4 feet, and I thought, well, we could just use those and build kind of leapfrog with 6 or 8 of them, and kind of build this moving cage for them, so to speak. But we also have the electric netting fencing for pigs. It's only 2-3 feet tall, and I thought, well, let's just do that, and we'll just channel them up. Well, when we first got those, we never used them because the pigs literally just bust through them. It's like they took one for the team, and they would just bust through it and get out. So
they were not
electric fence trained when we got them.
them.
So it was just kind of one of those things. That,
Note to self:
yeah,
make sure that they're bucket trained or electric fence trained. Right?
Yep.
We learned.
So we went with my second thought, which was the wrong one. And one pig, she followed it fine.
Got her in
got her in the trailer, but the other one just wasn't having it. And
mind you, this is the pig
that always
escaped, always got out. She was
bust a fence,
whatever. She gave us a run for our money a while ago. That was
so we had her loose on the property, and then just a few things happened, a few heated moments, and just because it's just so stressful.
We came out of rest and love for each other, didn't we, honey?
So, she went into the duck coop, so we closed her in there. We're like, okay. So then we're like, okay, how do we get her out of here? And we were just like, let's just leave her. We'll just take one to the market. And
no. Jason's like,
you were like
let's
that.
just
it's like,
pick her up and carry her. And I'm like,
her up and carry
we would need earplugs.
There's
and
four
how
of
are
us,
we going to pick her up and carry her?
225 pounds, what she weighed.
I see Jason over there just like tackling it.
I was gonna carry her. I didn't care.
What did Braden say?
It's not very rational, Dad. I'm just like,
it's so hard to hear from your kids when your kids are thinking rational,
when they're right.
And we are like flustered and mad and trying to like have composure, and our kids are like going, "Mom and Dad."
Yeah, this doesn't make sense, Dad.
This doesn't make sense,
it's just
Dad.
Not rational. You need to think it through. It's like,
So we actually, at a very heated moment, I'm like, okay, Jay and I look at each other and we're like...
We stopped for a minute and we came up with a plan. Beth actually said, well, let's just use I had built this little box out of pallets for the sheep that would fit in the back of my pickup. And so sheep, you can pick them up and throw them in the back of the pickup and take them wherever you need to take them. So we had that kind of sitting there. So we grabbed that, put it up against the door to the duck coop, and got her in there, closed her in, and then we grabbed 2 2x4s and we kind of like walking an ancient goddess, to her temple, so to speak. We walked that pig. We couldn't
all
lift
the way up to the trailer
because she could get
literally
under it
lift
and flip it up with her nose. So we had to keep it close to the ground down this narrow path, and the kids are in these hawthorns.
Yeah.
And so we finally.
No, during all of this, though, the chickens and the sheep and
everybody was just...
I mean, it was so noisy.
It was chaotic. They were all just...
And we're just like, oh my God, just be quiet for 5 seconds so we can think this through.
One turkey was on the roof, and so Jimmy, the Tom, he was all like just concerned where his little lady was, and he's just blah, 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 the whole time.
And the
you're like,
oh,
finally I grabbed a stick and went and shoot her off the roof. So then Jimmy was fine now. He quit making all his racket, and Carol stopped making the racket, wondering where Jimmy was. That's our turkeys, by the way. So then we finally, it was probably an hour and a half later, we finally got her to the trailer, and then we got her into the trailer, and then we were able to get it done. But now we have this big mess in the back.
So we have a trailer now stuck in the mud that it's supposed to get really cold this week and freeze.
Yeah, it's my work trailer.
And I think that we'll be able to pull it out of this mud. And we have 2 pigs now that are butchered, and we're going to get ready to get the freezer that's going to go into the new space. So on top of all of this, we're just, seeding everything, and I don't know why I'm talking about that, but we are planting and seeding. But I think the moral of this whole pig story that happened this week...
Oh, and then the camera died while we were filming it, so we couldn't get it all on film.
Yeah.
So we got it a little bit on the... Which would have been... It probably would have went viral, I think.
Yeah, totally. I think so.
So, I don't know.
Anyways.
We'll see. We're still trying to work out... It's still tough getting in the habit of grabbing the camera to go do something. I'm the type... And it's worse for... I am probably the most guilty of it. I just want to go get whatever I'm done, get done, and then she's all like,
"Did you film that?
Did you film it?" And you're like, "No." Oh, and then she's all like, So after we dropped the pigs off, we went to my brother-in-law's because we have firewood, but it's still wet. The guy we bought it from, lied, and it just doesn't burn. And it's just big chunks that don't fit in our little stove. It's just like I might as well just threw $250 in the.
Well, it'll be good for next year, but
anyway, so yeah, we'll get through it, and we can use some of it for outdoor fires. But anyway, so my brother-in-law has a ton of firewood, so I went over to his place with the trailer after that, and Beth tells Braden,
I tell them,
Braden, you're responsible for filming a little bit of gathering the wood for the video, and then he's like, okay, yeah, Mom, I can do that. And literally we were done, and we were pulling out of the driveway, and I look at Braden, I see the camera in the center, like, Braden, you didn't film any of that. He's like, he looks at me, and he's like, oh man, I said, Mom's gonna be so mad at you. And he's like, I cannot be responsible for something like that. It's too stressful, like, whatever. And it's just like, he says something. I'm just like, well, we'll just have to take our lickings when we get home.
I didn't even get mad. I was just like, you know what? It just goes along with the day, and it's not a big deal. So I guess the moral of the story of this week was, farm life is not always, I don't know. There's a lot of learning things and a lot of things that go wrong. There's a lot of things that go right.
But in the end.
But how many bad decisions did we make yesterday?
I'm never going to second guess myself anymore, because every second guess that I made, I went with the second guess, and that was the wrong guess. So I'm just going to go with my initial gut for now on.
But this is how you learn, I think.
Yeah.
This is definitely how you learn.
And I'm going to work on timing the season of doing this. Like, buy your animals a certain time of year or whatever, and schedule it out to where, it is summertime or fall when the ground's not,
We're
January we got like, it was like 11 or 12 inches of rain in January alone. That's a lot. So
we're just telling you guys the blunt truth about what happened yesterday, because then you guys will feel awesome farmers and just look at us and poor, like, you poor things, like,
just laugh at us,
and that's okay, and you can talk about us and
leave comments
and let us know that what we already know is it was just dumb. And what I think, though, at the end of the whole experience was us as a family, it was very, very stressful, and then we were able just to stop, regroup, and then work together. It kind of reminded me of those corporate team building. And then once we really started working together and talking as a family and really just working together on it,
we were able to accomplish it.
And of course the pig was contained at that time, so it was a lot less stressful.
Yeah.
But we were able to, like, really work together, and it was kind of fun, actually.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah, I'm just working on yourself and being calm is, because everybody gets heated and at times, and
you say things, you lash out at
then,
the kids.
When it's all said and done,
my husband, I lashed out at him.
Yeah, which when it's all said and done, it's like kind of like, well, that was all stupid. I can work on
working on your personal self.
Yeah, work on yourself and just, I don't even know how to say it, but just it doesn't get you anywhere by getting all heated in the heat of the moment. You're better off just stepping back and just evaluating the situation. And it happened. Whatever happened, it's done. Doesn't do any good to get all. And don't get me wrong, we weren't all just like screaming and yelling at each other, but it was stressful. And I mean, we're a pretty strong-willed family, so you have 4 strong-willed people. Well, except for Braden, he's the calm one.
He always
doesn't
right.
matter. I've never seen him get angry at something.
It almost makes you angry that he's so level-headed and
like
calm and things.
Like I told Nathan, I go, the stupid thing is he's right, and then you have to eat crow.
It makes you feel so
makes
stupid.
You feel so stupid, and
because your kid's right,
yeah.
and you're like, it, and yeah. Anyways, well,
So there's our testimony.
Yeah, that's our failures and successes as parents on the farm.
So today's Super Bowl Sunday, so we are just going to. I went and got junk food at Costco. We were gonna have a junk
we never
day.
do that.
We don't ever do that, and
The kids asked for some
so
old
we just
favorites
gonna
that we
have-
used to make.
have our own little Super Bowl Sunday party here at the house, and get recharged for next week.
Yep. So much success to you in all that you do this week and all that you grow or farm. You have more success than we did. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next week.
Yeah, the hummingbirds are out.